Let's start on the offensive side, as we always do, and with the quarterback, like we always do. And that would be one Kenny Pickett. He finishes 14 of 23, 126 yards, averages 5.5 yards per throw, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 1 sack for 7 yards with a rating of 75.6. I'm just curious, if you were giving Kenny Pickett a grade, we don't do this anymore, but if you were, Dave, what grade would you give him?
Oh, I would probably give him maybe, 126 yards for the game. I'd probably give him a C minus, or a C. He didn't turn the ball over. Yeah, there was almost the interception that didn't get the ball. And yes, that probably was a backwards pass. If they would have called it that on the field, there's no way they would have overturned it. Honestly, I think I know why they didn't overturn that call. I think they didn't overturn that call because if they would have overturned it, they still wouldn't have been able to give the ball to the Packers because they blew the whistle well before they recovered it. And rather than to admit their own mistake of blowing the whistle, they just let the play stand. And it did cost. The Steelers would have been pushed back even farther if that would have been it. But I don't know. Bottom line is they don't want the officials to look bad because they do plenty of that on their own, looking bad without New York covering for them. Anyway, sorry. Done with that one for a second. I'll get off my soapbox. But no, he did not play well. The best thing you can say is that he didn't kill us.
So what did you say, C minus?
I said either a C minus or a C, somewhere around there.
All right. What about you, Brian?
I hate this game, but let's go C plus. And here's why. When you need to run for a first down in a critical juncture, you get it. When you have to go back to pass and complete a first down late in the game, you get called for, I believe it's a pick on Calvin Austin III, but you made the throw, you made the play. It looked like you had fourth quarter Kenny. Look, there's people that want to say that Kenny Pickett's not the guy. Kenny Pickett is not the guy, excuse me. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to give him credit because they still won the game. People are salivating over Will Levis. They got destroyed.
They got crushed. No touchdowns.
They lost today. So that's all I'm going to say about that. What do you people want? Do you want to win? And do you want to keep on saying, they can't continue to win that way? Is that what you want? Or do you want to celebrate the win? That's all there is to it. I talked about this on Bad Language last week. And what people don't understand is you expect every time the Steelers draft a quarterback to go ahead and he be the next guy. He be better than Ben Roethlisberger, better than everybody. You want that next superstar. It's not all the time that you're going to get that. Kenny Pickett is winning football games for your team. And that's it. He's winning football teams. I would love to have a guy like CJ Stroud. But here's the thing. CJ Stroud was the second pick in the draft. Yeah. And I don't want the Steelers drafting that high. The Bryce Young is not great right now. And he was the first pick in the draft. They were in the market for a quarterback there. They took one, and he's winning games for you. He's not throwing crucial picks. Sure, they got away with some stuff. But yeah, I'm going to celebrate when he goes ahead and is smart enough to go ahead and go for that running play to go ahead and move the chains. He still did it. Am I calling him better than Ben Roethlisberger? No, I'm not. But my gosh, this is who you have. They're winning. I can't expect anything more right now. If he goes down and you get your wish and get Mason Rudolph, if he goes down and you get Mitch Trubisky, oh my gosh, it's going to be worse.
So for me, I have to separate, like, when we talk about a specific player. So we're talking about just Kenny Pickett. Like, we're not talking about the team in the overall win or the offensive scheme. Like, I'm just looking at that individual player. I'm giving him a D, and maybe borderline at D minus, because what I'm seeing from Kenny Pickett is that when he drops back to pass, I don't see anything that even resembles a confident quarterback. I mean, you see it they're talking about it on every single broadcast, not just last week on Thursday Night Football with Kirk Herbstreit this week. And it's just like, he just doesn't seem to be comfortable. He doesn't seem to be confident. And for the first time, it's not because of the offensive line. He didn't get hit a bunch. He only was sacked one time. I know he got sacked a second time, but it was negated by a defensive penalty. But it's a situation where if I'm looking at just Kenny Pickett's game, it's not good. It's not good. Is he winning games? Absolutely. This week, it was because of, again, opportunistic defense and a hell of a running effort and a great run blocking offensive line against the Packers. That's why they won this week. But if I'm just looking at Kenny Pickett, it's way below the bar. I mean, it's way below the bar. And I think we just have to call it like it is. Is he the best option they have? Absolutely, he is the best option that they have. Is there a chance for improvement? I sure as heck hope so. Because I think, like I said, the bar is pretty low. So I'm going to give him a D. And I just think that I just want to see something. Like, give me something. I mean, I know the fourth quarter stuff is great. But like Dave said, the first two drives were like, all right, finally, here we go. There's some rhythm. There's some bounce in the offense. And then flatline. Just complete flatline.
I'll be honest with you. If you take all the drives of the entire game and flip them, people are giving them a B or an A.
Well, because it's happening at the end of the game.
Exactly. Which is ridiculous. To me, I upped them because one, no interceptions, and two, nice scramble to pick up the conversion when they needed it.
How many yards did he have in the first quarter, Dave? Do you know?
Yeah, I can get that for you here in just a second. If it doesn't kick me out again like it just did.
That's okay. That's all right.
First quarter, Kenny Pickett he was 6 for 7 for 36 yards.
Okay. 36 yards.
But the Steelers ran for 62 yards.
Right. Then those drives were just running right down their throat. And
in the first half, he was 10 for 14, 83 yards, which was only 7 yards behind Love, who had 90 yards in the first half.